This reaction is brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. We have Manchester Pictures, Identitech, Steve Aldersley, Anthony Coleman, Ray Schuster, David Dockery, Kurt David, Aubrey Coper, Andres Gleisel, and Biv C. Thank you all so much for sponsoring this video, supporting my family, the channel, helping it grow. I hope you enjoy the video. Passion fruit. This is apparently a good one. I don't remember ever having it. Won't hold up to limoncello, I can tell you that. Yep. Just okay. See, I was telling my wife the other day, it's like, we might think that limoncello is like this amazing LaCroix flavor, but I feel like that should be like the standard, like the minimum for how good a sparkling flavored water should be. And all other LaCroix and everything else, bubbly, Waterloo, whatever it is, Polar Ice, I think that's one, right? Polar. They just don't cut it. They just don't cut it. They're just acceptable. And yet here I am drinking them. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome. My name is Alex Heitz, I think. We are going to react to Rumours by Fleetwood Mac today. The 11th studio album is 2 years after their self-titled, their 10th, sometimes called the White Album, which I think is also pretty well regarded, has big songs on it like Landslide. I think Rhiannon is a big one as well. I haven't heard a single Fleetwood Mac song in its entirety. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think. I mean, I grew up with parents who were born in the 40s. And so I grew up with things like Elvis and, you know, a lot of like 60s pop. So maybe they played Fleetwood Mac at some point and I've heard a song and I just don't know it's Fleetwood Mac. I don't know. I know next to nothing about this band. But I know that this album is a huge deal, a big deal. Or at least it's just like considered like perfect. You know, much like I remember when I went to look at the Queen is Dead reception on Wikipedia, it's just like all 10 out of 10s, 5 out of 5s, A+, just everything. And same here. There's like not a not perfect score for this album. So I'm like, whoa. And it's just classified as pop rock, soft rock. I listened to a little bit of Dreams, like the first 15 seconds on YouTube at one point. I'm like, oh, this sounds nice. Nice production, you know, very smooth and chill and mellow. Yeah, 1977, 39 minutes. Looks like we got 11 tracks. Every single track has its own Wikipedia page, which, you know, that's always a good sign, right? Yeah, I think we're just going to hop right in. I don't really have anything else to say. Again, I know nothing about this band. If you guys want to contribute some history, some context, that'd be cool. Because I always appreciate that, especially when I'm coming into a band that is like big, like I did with Pink Floyd, where I'm like, I think I need some help, guys, because there's a lot here that I think I'm not quite grasping, just diving in right here. So, let's just go, guys. Let's go. Secondhand news. Definitely a folk angle to this. I could be wrong, but I get this sense that just listening to this album, it's going to be like it might not be an album like I love or I'm head over heels for. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but it could just be like, there's nothing wrong I can say about it. It's just like, it's all pleasant. It's all very enjoyable to listen to. I don't know. We'll have to see if that like passion clicks, you know? It's like when I listened to Queen is Dead, like it took a little while, but then I'm like, ooh, I get this. And like, I connect with it. And I want to see if I can connect with this music too, versus just like, it's good. It's good to listen to. So anyway, Dreams. Finally eager to get to this one. It's been a long time in the waiting.
It's only right that you should play the way
Guys, it looks like his balls are dangling down. I can't stop looking at it. It's distracting. It's all of me who wants to wrap around your dreams. Only love you when they're playing. They will come and they will go. It's just so pleasant. It sounds good, you know? Like someone in my Discord called this, that like the term dad rock, right? But this is mom rock. I'm like, that's exactly it. It's just nice, you know? What was it on the Wikipedia I saw here a second ago? Someone described it as labeled the sonic results as near perfect, like 1,000 angels kissing you sweetly on the forehead. It's pretty much what it is. It's very cheerful, but it's tackling interesting things lyrically, you know? Sneaky. Never going back again. It's just good. I don't have a bad thing to say about it. I don't know. I'm eager to kind of get to the end to just see how I feel about it. And much like this next song, I just don't want to stop. Don't stop. See, this was my concern. I don't know how often this will happen, but this one kind of verged on it a little bit. Is this adult contemporary vibe, you know? And that one kind of verged on it a little bit where it just got so easy to listen to and so like mainstream poppy that it just kind of lost its personality a little bit. Like that just felt like you could just throw it in like any movie and it would just be background music. Um, Not bad, but still, it's just kind of like when there's an album that's called soft rock and pop rock from the 70s. I'm just kind of like, okay, but fine, go on your way. I've heard this one. There we go. So here's something very specific that is really bizarre, but I have to say it because it's my reaction, right? For those of you who don't know, I just recently lost my job. I worked at a grocery store for 10 years. It's my one and only job, and I lost it on Tuesday, like 4 days ago. A lot of songs would play on the radio at work. Various things like Friday I'm in Love by The Cure. And I would always associate certain songs from certain eras like the 60s up through the 80s with my coworkers. And there were certain songs that I would attach to people like this kind of person who's like they're 50 to 60 years old. They're still just a checker at a grocery store. and like they just don't have a whole lot of like oomph and passion in their life anymore. A little bit jaded, maybe a little kind of borderline trailer trash to some degree. Sort of gangster, maybe. You know those kind of people I'm talking about. There'd be certain kinds of people like that where it's like, okay, they go home and they drink, a 6 pack of beer and, buy a lotto ticket and watch, whatever on TV and come back and do it again the next day. And it's not like a slam against those kind of people, but like obviously that's not the life that I want to live. And I would associate certain songs that played on like the radio, borderline like a playlist almost, because it would just repeat a lot of songs with people like that. Like Friday, I'm in Love, I would associate with them. What was it, the Pretenders? Like Back on the Chain Gang, like I would associate with them. And so like I would hear those songs and I would just immediately think of just like this dead end job when you're 50 years old, buying lotto tickets, going home, drinking beer, watching, random stuff on TV. And it was just like, ugh, I don't like that. And it's really unfortunate because like I had to kind of break the mold for a lot of those songs on the radio. And this is kind of one that's like that too. I hear this and I think of like those kinds of people who work those dead end jobs, into their 50s. And I have nothing against them as people, but it's just like, it's so depressing to me. And it's so not at all like where I want to be and where I want to end up, that it's like really depressing and sad to me. So like that's kind of the vibe I got from that song, but I'm hoping that now that I'm not working there anymore, and I've done this with other songs before where I'm able to just kind of shed that bias and predisposition and those mental connections to be able to one day like really enjoy those kinds of songs, even like the Pretenders or whoever it is. So that's one where I feel like there's a lot in that song I like, but there's things in my mind getting in the way of me liking it right now. I hope that all made sense, and I hope I didn't offend anybody. Yeah, Songbird.
It's alright to you. I'll give the world. The songbirds are singing like they know the score. I wish it from myself. And I love you, I love you, I love you.
So serene. It's kind of cool to like click on each of these songs on the Wikipedia as I'm listening to them and kind of seeing like the story behind them and how they were recorded and stuff. Is Fleetwood Mac like a hippie band? Is that what I'm to take from it? Because it looks like they would like just be super hedonistic and like party into the night and then record. I don't know. It's weird because like I don't quite get that vibe from the music. But they strike me as like a band that, like slept with each other and, I don't know, did drugs. I have no idea. I have no clue about Fleetwood Mac. So let me know. Was Fleetwood Mac a hippie band? The Chain. Got kind of that. Actually, might be like my least favorite so far, but that's just a personal subjective thing because I don't really love that like hard rock country blues drop D tuning kind of. Dum, 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 dum. It's not necessarily my favorite. Yeah, but that last half was kind of cool, interesting. Again, it's good. It's good. I don't have a problem with it. Just personally, not quite my genre, you know? Anyway, you make loving fun. Kind of dug that one. Again, almost borderline adult contemporary, but I liked the composition on that. Very just pleasant. It's so nice. I don't want to know. Good. Nothing amazing, but good. Yeah. It's weird. It's like I have nothing to say about this. It's just pleasant, you know. Maybe part of that's because I know next to nothing about Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie, etc., etc. I don't know. 2 tracks left. Oh, daddy.
Oh, Daddy, you know you make me cry. It's got to be me. Yes, it's got to be me. Yes, it's got to be me. I'm so weak, but you're so strong. And I can't walk away from you, maybe if I try.
Oh, daddy. I can't tell if I vibe with this or not. It sets out like a certain tone, and it's close to like a tone that I enjoy, like a tone you get from a lot of like folk singers, you know, like to some degree Neil Young, other people who I'm blanking on right now. It has this like very American folk vibe to it, I think. And like I live in Colorado, so like I'm surrounded by like, you know, there's these Western themes and like I dig it, like cowboy stuff, you know. But I don't know if this is gonna fit with me or not. Like this sounds like something like a good like vinyl to get. Which, by the way, I finally started to collect vinyls. Maybe I should do some videos on those. I wanted to do some like listening parties, like maybe live stream, because it has a USB out, which I can connect to my computer and I can stream vinyl. But of course, I lost my job now. I can't collect vinyls anymore. So please donate to my vinyl fund. I'm in debt because of vinyls, not really. But this sounds like it'd be a really good vinyl to just like put on, you know? You can kind of pay attention to it. It can just be set a nice ambiance, I think. Yeah, I don't know, because like obviously when I'm reacting to albums here, I'm listening to every moment and every detail closely. And some albums just don't quite land in that way. And there are some where it's like post-rock ones like I did with Laughing Stock, where I'm just kind of like, I'm just going to kind of sit back and like let it soak in secondhand. Some I can do that with. This one, the production is so rich and the playing is actually really good. Like that's the thing. These are simple songs played very well. And I think that's part of the appeal. So I'm like actually paying attention to it and getting all those details. But on future listens, I don't know if I will. I'll probably just let it be background and maybe then it will click better. Don't know. Final track, guys. Let's finish this. Gold Dust Woman.
Back on gold dust woman, take your silver spoon. Cry out loud, cry out. Pick up the pieces and go home. But did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love?
There it is. Cool. Well, I don't quite know. I like it. I like it. Like I kind of said at the end of Oh Daddy, like I think I just need time with it. I need to kind of let it be background a little bit. It's very good. I will say that it's very good. Subjectively, I don't know if it's going to click with me yet. Kind of like I said after Go Your Own Way, it's like there's some things I have to kind of get out of my head first. I kind of need to see it with some fresh eyes, and now that I know what it is, I can actually work at that a little bit. Least favorites are probably The Chain, and I Don't Want to Know. Don't Stop as well. I like Dreams. I like Songbird. I like You Make Loving Fun. Oh Daddy and Gold Dust Woman were good too. Secondhand News was good. It's solid. It's really solid. Like I said, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I just don't know much about Fleetwood Mac, and I haven't heard this album until now, and so it's like whenever I come into a big album like this, I'm like, I feel like I'm missing some of the like clout of the album, and I don't fully understand like its place in the zeitgeist of music. And so it's like whenever I go in and I'm not instantly blown away, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of missing something. So whatever you guys want to say about this album, how it makes you feel, your reaction to it, your history with it, leave it in the comments. I'll read it all very vigorously and thoroughly. And I'll come back to you guys in a week. I do a follow-up a week later. So either subscribe to my channel or check back in my First Reactions playlist or just on my channel, and I'll do a follow-up to this a week after this video comes out. And you can see how I feel then. It'll probably grow on me. I won't be surprised if it does. Interesting. Very interesting music. Okay. That is all. Thank you. ASMR. This is a very, very, very auditorily satisfying or very annoying video for some people. Yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for more reactions. I'll be continuing forward with Cocteau Twins and even more heavy hitter classics like this. So if you enjoy, please subscribe. Check out the Patreon if you want. We do some polls. And we also, on my Discord, link in the description, we do like discussions that we record and upload. We're doing one for Morrissey because I finished a lot of like 6 or 7 Morrissey albums. And we're going to do a discussion on Monday, 3 p.m. So you can check that out if you want. Lots of fun. So Discord, subscribe, Patreon, videos, music. Thank you. I love you all. Godspeed.